The Holocaust isn't about race.
Whoopi Goldberg has got in trouble for saying that the Holocaust was not about race. And that sounds a little bit like saying the Nazis weren't racist, but of course they were. And she's apologised and conceded the fact that the Nazis hated Jewish people because they considered them to be an inferior race. Now, what Whoopi Goldberg meant was that the Jewish people that were killed by the Nazis looked white, just like the Nazis that did the killing looked white. And in some people's minds, maybe in Whoopi Goldberg's mind, if you are white passing, if you look white, then you have white privilege, and that is a part of systemic racism. Now, understandably, a lot of people took offence to this, and if you want to say that the anti-Semitism in the Holocaust wasn't racism because it was white Jews being killed by white Germans, white so-called Christians, then you might as well say that the Rwandan genocide wasn't racism when black Tutsis were murdered by black Hutus. But whether it's tribalism, racism, sectarianism, it amounts to the same thing, doesn't it? And I guess that's kind of what Whoopi Goldberg was getting at, and she didn't word it very well. But I wonder if somewhere in Whoopi Goldberg's family there is a little bit of anti-Semitism, because that's not her real name. Obviously, that's not her real name. I think her surname was originally Johnson, and her mother felt that Johnson as a name, as a surname, wasn't Jewish enough, wasn't quite Jewish enough for her daughter to make it in Hollywood. And having a Jewish sounding name like Goldberg would make you more likely to succeed in Hollywood. Does that sound a little bit like anti-Semitic conspiracy theory? Hollywood is run by Jewish people, that type of mentality. I wonder if in Whoopi Goldberg's mind are Jewish people somehow at an unfair advantage, and was changing her name to a very Jewish sounding name an attempt to have a bit of that real or imagined advantage for herself.
No, it's not about race.
Ethnicity.
No, it's
Jews
about
a different race.
But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man.